Let us learn Chardi Nidana. So, as the name suggests, Chardi means vomiting. So, any patient who presents with the vomiting as a predominant manifestation, we have to consider under the Chardi spectrum. So, we know that there are so many diseases that can present with the vomiting as a predominant manifestation. Again, it's a very big spectrum. It can range from a simple indigestion or gastritis to severe diseases like vomiting in renal failure, like as in uremia, or even central causes of vomiting. So, vomiting is a presentation that can cause due to a varied etiology. So, we'll look into the modern part later. So, this deals with the Ayurvedic part of Chardi or vomiting. So, Chardi Nidana. So, the definition of Chardi is Chade Nananam Vegir Ardain Angha Banjanehi Niruchade Chardiridi Dosho Vaktram Pradhavida. So, the doshas, the pragupita doshas, when they get expelled from the amasya, they fills up the mouth and comes outside, and it also causes anga pain in the angas, that is anga banjanehi. So, such a manifestation is known as chardi. So, whenever a patient presents with vomiting as a predominant manifestation, so here we have to apply our sense here, because even in ajirna we have seen that vibandho va pravartirva samanya ajirna lakshanam. So there will be vomiting in ajirna as well. Even in visujiga we have seen vomiting. But here how to differentiate that is whenever the patient has predominantly vomiting, that means he keeps on vomiting bouts after bout, then we have to consider it under chardi. Otherwise, chardi can be a manifestation of other diseases. For example, kasavega can lead to chardi, and also ajirna can lead to chardi. Even in Kavaja Jwara, Chardi is told as a manifestation. So, in all those cases, vomiting will be there, but it will not be a predominant manifestation. But in case of the disease Chardi, vomiting itself is a predominant manifestation. So, that is how we differentiate between Chardi, which is a part of other disease, and Chardi as a main disease. So, what are the types of Chardi? So, various acharyas have classified this Chardi in different ways. If you look through Charaka, he says 5 types, but this is from Ashtanga. So, here Chardir, Doshai, Pradak, Sarve, Dishtartaischa, Panjami. So, again 5 types. So, Vadaja, Pittaja, Kapaja, then Sannibadaja, and Dishtarta Yogaja Chardi. So, this is the 5 types of classification of Chardi. So in the fifth type of Chardi, there are sub-classifications like Dauhrudajanya Chardi, Dishtartaja Chardi, Krimija Chardi, etc. comes under the fifth classification. So basically Chardi is of 5 types, but there are sub-classification for the fifth type. Let us look at the Nidana. Adidraver, Adisnigder, Ahridder, Levaneradi, Akalecha Adimatraischa, Tatha, Asatmeischa Bhojanehi, Shramat, Bhaya, Tadodvegad, Ajirnat, Krimidoshadaha, नार्याश्च आपन्न सत्वाय तदा अधिद्रुतमश्नतः बीभत्सेर हेतुभिश्चान्ये द्रुतम उत्क्लेशितो बलात्. So this reference is from Madhavadana. It includes both aharas, viharas as well as psychological causes. So adidrava ahara, adisnigdha ahara, ahridya ahara, lavana in excess quantity, akalecha adimatraischa. So untimely food intake along with excessive quantity, asatmesha, intake of food that is not satmya, or one who which one dislikes. Then shramat, that is excessive exercise, bhayat, again psychological, udvegat, again anxieties, ajirna, krimidoshadaha. Also naryascha apanna sattvayaha. This is something that happens to pregnant ladies. So that is hyperemesis gravidarum, where the the pregnant women gets vomiting due to the pregnancy. And adidrudamashadaha, rapid eating. Bibhatsir hedubhischane. So any other causes that can frighten the patient. So bibhatsir hedubhischane. Drudam utkleshito balat. So there, which causes druda utkleshana of doshas, can lead to chardi. So basically chardi can be considered as a disease where there is kapha and vata predominance, because the pravartana will not happen without vata, and chardi as such, because it's a manifestation in the upper part of the body, there will be kapha association. But however, the the nidanas are not specifically told for each of the class subtypes. These are the general nidanas. And the samprapti, as I told, vada is one of the predominant culprit in producing chardi. So udana vayu, again the sthana of udana is in the uras, so udana vayu is the main involved vada. Udano vigrudo doshan sarvaswapi urdhamasyati. So udana takes all the other doshas and it's expelled outside. Doshan udiren vruddhan udano vyana sangada. So this reference comes from Susruta. Again he adds vyana along with this. So udana. So there is udana and vyana. Urdham agacchati brisham viruddhahara sevanat. So that brisham is the rapidity in manifestation and viruddhahara sevana is the nidana. So keep in mind udana and vyana. Next is Puraruva. So the first line of sloka is from Ashtangridaya. Tasu Utklesha Asya Lavanya Prasega Arujayo Agragaha. So Utklesha will be the dosha Utklesha. Then Asya Lavanya, that means Lavanasida. Then Prasega, there is excessive salivation. There is Aruji. And the second sloka is from Madhavatana. Krillasa Udgara Rodhaucha. So there is Udgara Rodha, Prasego, Lavanastanu. Dvesho annapanecha brisham vamina puralaksham. This brisha, see, we can take it in two forms. One is this is rapid. Second one is that this is an immediately preceding symptom. There are some purarubhas that can stay on for long before manifesting as a disease. For example, you take prameha purarubhas. Those purarubhas are long standing, then it will go into a disease. But in case of chardi, because of the rapidity of the samprapti, the purarubha is very transient. So that these purarubhas are happening immediately before the onset of chardi. That is why brisham vaminam purva lakshan. Next we go into the vadaya chardi. So whenever a patient comes with vomiting as a predominant manifestation, we diagnose it as under the spectrum of chardi. The next thing is we have to identify which dosha predominant the patient has. Dosha predominance the patient has. So look at these features, and if these are present, then it is vadaya chardi. So nabhi prishtam rujan vayu parshvecha aharam utshipet tado vichinnam alpalpam kashayam phenilam vomit. So here we have to think about two important things. One is what is the systemic features in the patient, or what are the systemic features in the patient, and the second one is the characteristic features of the vomitus. So these two things are important in identifying the dosha predominance. So here the nabhi and prishta there will be pain, then even in parshva there will be pain, then vichinnam alpa alpa, so the episodes will be intermittent, and there is kashaya rasada, then phenila, that is the vomitus will be frothy, and shabda udgara yudam, so there is more of a sound when the patient vomits. Krishnam acham, so again these are the consistency and color of the vomitus. Krichrayana vegavat, so the patient will have difficulty in expelling the contents, and also there will be kasa, asya, shosha, hrin, murdha, swara peda. So there is swara bheda, there is shirashula, hridaya shula, and klamanyuta, there is klama. The second sloka is from Madhavadana. It almost gives you the same content. That means it gives you the same matter. So that is Hrit Parsha Peda, Mugashosha, Shirsha, Nabhyarthi, Kasa, Swara Bheda Todehi, Udgara Shabda Prabalam, Safenam, Vichinna, Krishnam, Tanugam, Kashayam. So the vomitus is Tanu, that is thin. Krichrena Jalpam, Mahadacha Vegena. So the Vega will be Mahan, but the patient will have only Alpa Matra Pravartanas. That is Krichrena Jalpam, Mahadacha Vegena, Artho, Anila, Chardediha, Dukkam. So if we split the sloga, then Mahadacha Vegena and Arthi will be there, and there is Krichra Pravartana and Alpa Matra of the vomitus. Next is the Pitta Chardi. Pittat Ksharodaga Nibham. So the color is like Ksharodaga, Dhumramcha, Harida Pidagam, Sasrika. So there will be blood, Amlam, Kadu. So Amla and Kadu Rasa, Ushnamcha, and also systemic features like Trishna, Murcha, Daha. So the second sloka is from Madhavadana. Murcha, Pibhasa, Mukashosha, Murdha, Talu Akshi, Sandapadamo Brahmartha, Pidam Brisoshnam, Haridam Satiktam, Dhumram Chapittena, Vame Sada. Next is Kapaja Chardi. Kafat, Snigdam, Khanam, Shidam, Sleshma Tandu Gavakshidam, Madhuram, Lavanam, Bhuri Prasaktam, Loma Harshanam, Mukhashvedu Madhurya Tandra Rillasa Kasavan. So the vomiters will be Snigdha, Ghana and Shida, and along with the Sleshma and Tantu, that means thready, Madhura, Lavana, Bhuri, that means the quantity will be more. Then Loma Harshanam, so there will be Loma Harsha. The patient will have Muga, Shvayedu, then Madhurya in the mouth, Tandra, Rillasa, Kasavan. The same thing is told in the next sloka from Madhavadana. Again, these Madhavadana slokas are recorded from Charaka Samhita. So these give you the same meaning. Next is Sannibhadaja. Sarvalinga Malay Sarve Rishtokta Yacha Tam Tejet. So Sannibhada Chardi is Asadhya. And in Ashtahridaya, he says that in Rishtokta, that means he has told Arishta Lakshanas in the last part of the Sharirasthana. So whichever Arishta Lakshanas are told for Chardi, in that context should be taken here as the Asadhya Lakshanas. In Madhavadana, he says separate Lakshanas for Sannibhadaja. That is Shula, Avipaga, Aruji, Daha, Trishna, Shwasa, Pramoha, Prabala, Prasaktam. So there will be Shula, Avipaga, Aruji, Daha, Trishna, Shwasa, Pramoha. Pramoha is altered consciousness. Chardi, Tridosha. Then the taste and consistency, Lavana, Amla, Neela, Sandra, Ushna, Raktam, Vamadam, Radamsha. So this is Sannibhada Chardi and this is Asadhya as well. Next is Dishtartha Chardi. Dishtartha means if something happens that is asatmya for an individual, or if it is not what you call as favorable for an individual. So if he eats something that is not favorable, or if he sees something that is offensive to him, so that in such cases there will be vomiting. That is Dishtartha Chardi. Pudi, Medhya, Ashuji, Dishta Darshana Sravanadibi. So even after Darshana or Sravana of unfavorable events or items, Tapte Chitte, so here the Manas is the culprit, so Tapte Chitte, Hridik Klishte, Chardi Dishtartha Yogaja. So the Manas which is in the Hridaya, it gets affected and there is Chardi. So this is Dishtartha Yogaja Chardi. So this comes under the fifth classification of Chardi. Then Vadadi Neva Vimrishet, Krimi, Trishna, Ama, Dauhridehi. So all these factors can lead to Chardi, Krimi, then Trishna, then Ama and Dauhrida. And again we have to interpret the Lakshanas based on the dosha predominance itself. So in Madhavadana he says Bibhatsaja, Dauhridaja, Amaja, Asatmeja, Chakrimija Chayahi, Sa Panjami. So all these things will come under the fifth classification. Doshochrayaneva Vibhajit. So that is why we have to interpret in the lines of dosha predominance. For Krimija, again separate Lakshanas are told. Shula, Rillasa, Bahulaha, Krimijacha, Visheshadaha. So the patient will have Shula, then there is Rillasa. So obviously in parasitic infestations, especially we have seen in kids, there will be vomiting, there will be abdominal pain. That is why Shula, Rillasa, Bahulaha, Krimijacha, Visheshadaha. Krimi Hridroga Tulyena. So whatever Lakshanas have been told in the Krimija Hridroga, we have to consider that here as well. So that is Krimija Chardi. Next is Asadhya Lakshana. This reference is from Charaka Chigilsa, Chardi Chigilsa. So whenever we look at patients with Tridosha Chardi or Chardi which is Asadhya, we have to think about all the systemic manifestations that can lead to vomiting in a patient. So here Vitsveda Mutrambu Vahani Vayu Srodamsi Samrudhya Yadurdamedi Utsanna Doshasya Samajidam Tam Dosham Samudhuya Narasya Koshtat Vinmutrayostat Samagandhavarnam Tritshwasa Hikkarti Yudam Prasaktam Pracharde Dustamihadi Vegat Tayardidaschachu Vinashamedi. So there are so many features that can lead to Chardi. For example, if the patient has an intestinal obstruction, later on the patient can develop Chardi, and it may be having a fecal smell as well. And if the patient has a renal failure, then the patient can end up in uremia and other metabolic complications leading to a central vomiting. So that is why here Pit Sweda Mutra Ambuvahani Srodamsi Vayuhu Samruddhya. So when all these Srodas are affected, or any of these Srodas are affected where Vada is obstructed, then this Vada can go in the opposite direction and it can take all the doshas and cause vomiting, and such a vomiting is Asadhya. So that is a Utsanna Doshasya Samajidantam Dosham Samudhuya Narasya Koshtat Bin Mutrayostat Samagandhavarnam. So I have already explained there can be fecal smell in the vomitus, or even in the uremia there can be a uremic smell. Trishwasa Hikkarthiyudam. Usually in case of conditions that can cause central vomiting, obviously the brainstem will be involved, the vomiting center will be involved so that the patient will have vomiting. So along with that there can be a central what you call as a respiratory pattern like hyperventilations or ataxic breathing, etc. So that is why Shwasa comes in there, and also hiccup will be there. So that is why this Shwasa and hiccup is due to central cause. That is why it's considered as asadhya. So this is regarding asadhya lakshana of Chardi. So that ends the description of Chardi. So the Chardi is a very big spectrum where a small condition like an indigestion or a gastritis or a very serious condition like malignancies, then obstruction, intestinal obstructions, renal failures. There are varied pathologies, even central causes of vomiting. There are varied causes where the patient can present with vomiting as a predominant manifestation. So whenever we get a patient with vomiting as a predominant manifestation, we have to think about all those possibilities before diagnosing the case. So that is regarding Chardi.